Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to see Prime Sakamoto take somebody for a walk. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do want to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Like, what else do we really expect? Like, I don't know. Like, notably, maybe this isn't Prime Sakamoto. Once again, he's only 19 here. So, like, I'm pretty sure this is post the Rion event, but probably before he's known as the greatest assassin in all of history. So, like, we're somewhere in between here. And whether or not Sakamoto is already stronger than him, I don't know. But still, like, he basically is right now the strongest in the verse, uncontested, except for maybe Sakamoto, who obviously I doubt we're going to see in this flashback. I mean, if Suzuki-sensei wants to bless me with some more Sakamoto action, even if it is... would it be pre-mortem? I guess this would be pre-mortem Sakamoto, but like I feel like he would, he could show up and it would make so little sense. Like notably when I did like what other order members could you possibly see a cameo of, I was like, oh, we're probably not gonna get him. And as y'all seem to agree in last week's poll, this is mostly, or maybe was it last week's poll or the weeks before that poll? Essentially, I asked y'all, do y'all think we're gonna see like anybody else, or is this really just gonna be the Sakamoto and Shin arc? And everyone was like, this is gonna be the Sakamoto and Shin arc. So we probably aren't seeing any other order members, but presumably we're about to see Sakamoto, who's either at his prime or near his prime, viciously violate somebody. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into chapter 2 of the big 200. 200, baby. Golly. I've been reviewing this for a while. The big 200 of Sakamotodays, which is known as Bubble. Oh, they're in a water park. Maybe we'll take them for a swim and not for a walk. Let's see. The older guys always used to tell me, if you defy the JAA, watch out for the order. But I didn't expect a youngster like you. That is interesting. But then again, it's interesting that the legacy... well, no, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Obviously, you want to strike fear into the assassin world, and what better way to do that than by saying, hey, there's an elite group of assassins. The elite group of assassins. They will come for your cheeks if you dare disobey the JA. Like, clearly that is some top tier, top of the line, darn near divine level stuff. So it only makes perfect sense that they would be well known, but I do like the idea that the order in general is still shrouded in mystery. Like, and we even see this in the modern narrative when Nagamo not gets first introduced, but when he's like dealing with that one guy and explaining the situation to everybody, and the guy's like, "This pipsqueak, he's a member of the order. I don't believe it." And then he like imagines himself dying because Nagamo flexes his bloodlust slightly. So like, I guess they have this concept of this, and admittedly, some of the order members are like older top tiers. Admittedly, Kandaka isn't. By this point, Kandaka is likely comatose. I believe so. And then it'd be Yotsumura, who is a relatively older gentleman, though nowhere near as old as he is in the modern day. But even then, the modern day isn't actually that far off. Sakamoto? Lord. Sakamoto isn't even 30 at the time of the modern narrative. He's not even in his 30s yet. He's just in his late 20s. So, like, realistically... Yotsumura did well. No, he actually aged pretty darn well. He's still pretty strong. But overall, let's see. They got the anchor and chain, which is a crazy combo. But let's take a look in a book, Reading Rainbow. But wait, whew, I always get scared whenever I do that. Boom. Ooh, okay. Sakamoto with the weave. Interesting though. Interesting. I mean, like, and it's always hard to tell with Sakamoto in particular how much. Oh, actually, he actually gets wrapped up. But it's hard to tell how much he's really going for. Like whether it be from round start, or like at any point in the fight. The only time I'm convinced we've seen like a lean, mean, top of the line in green Sakamoto go all out from rip was against Takamura. He like instantly shed all his weight and just like went for it, and he still lost. So it's gonna be interesting. It is. I guess it makes sense though. He probably does, not even to really pace himself, but he probably just doesn't need to. And I feel like Sakamoto definitely, especially from what we see him in the narrative, he adjusts. He consistently adjusts to the opponent he's fighting for. Specifically in the modern narrative, so he doesn't execute them. But in this case, in this time period, it is interesting to see Sakamoto presumably hold back a bit. Unless, I don't know, unless this one's really just like that. So, like, that's the thing, though. He's so blasé with it. He's like, oh, I got wrapped up. Well, I believe that wouldn't be like that sometimes. Let's see. Yoink! Ooh! I thought Sakamoto was going to take her for a swim, but it looks like it's vice versa. How'd you even do that? That's actually pretty impressive. It's some special alloy. Hard to break. Oh. Okay, so you know, if Sakamoto can't break it, like, we've seen this man tear apart actual, like, well, actually, no. He didn't tear apart that train car. Taurus did with his, sandblaster. But, like, We've seen Sakamoto tear apart some pretty top tier stuff. So honestly, this isn't even like a testament feat to the chains. It's a testament feat to whatever this pool is made out of, dog. Because like he notably, I would feel like Sakamoto just be able to grab and like tear the guardrail or the ladder right off the pool wall. But no, he struggled with the chains and the pool. Okay, Sakamoto. Okay, let's see. Maybe I underestimated you. Capture complete. Ooh, a solid. But wouldn't that hurt you too? You're punching metal. Unless, well, maybe she like weaved her fist around the metal. It looks like she punches straight into the chains here. I don't know if y'all have ever punched metal. It hurts. Punching non-metal stuff. Punching in general hurts. Like, that's why typically they recommend, well, not they, I don't know who they is, but I always hear, if you're ever in a random fight, don't punch people. You'll break your hands. Palm strike them. Just palms, like, specifically heal your palm, just boom. It's less fragile than your knuckles. And also will not break your hands, apparently. Or at least you can obviously still break your hands, but still, apparently it's better to palm strike if you're not, like, if you don't know how to punch somebody. And even then, I was taught how to punch somebody, but I still don't know how to punch somebody. So I'm like, if I'm ever in a scenario and I think my odds of escaping via running away are too low, there are two things I'm doing. I'm palm striking and I'm kicking your calves. I may even maybe fake you out with one or the other. I may go for this and then boom, kick you in the calf and run. Either way, I'm running. Either I'm knocking you over and then I'm running, or I'm calf kicking you, hopefully staggering you just enough, and then running. I'm not built for that. Let's see. Straight slobber not into the good. Okay, Sakamoto. Boom. The average human. Oh, hold on. What is that? I'm not even sure what that voice is. Let me see if I can, like, it's the older woman voice. I don't know why I'm doing that for this character. But let's see. The average human can hold their breath for 1 minute underwater. We'll see if you drown first or die from me pummeling you. Obviously, we know it's neither, but it's actually very impressive that she's able to speak underwater. I mean, notably, I don't know if you ever tried it, but you actually can hear very well underwater, because remember, sound travels through mediums. And we can hear it so well through air, because air vibrates. But, like, actually, it's molecules knocking against each other that allow you to hear sound. And thusly, water is actually a real good medium to pass things through. Just like passing through solid mediums isn't actually all too crazy. If you ever heard of, or, I don't know, I'm old. How much am I dating myself by saying this? Y'all already know I'm old. But like, if y'all remember the cup string thing, like the sound is literally passing through the solidness of the string through the cup to be heard through the other end. So like, sound actually does travel better in water, but of course you don't hear people typically speaking in water because, you know, air and all that. But interesting, looks like Sakamoto. Oh, did Sakamoto even take damage? When did he take damage? But it looks like that he actually has like a mark on his face. All right. But it looks like we're not gonna stick with these two. I'm assuming they're just gonna wail on Sakamoto to no avail. Cause like, it's Sakamoto. Like, we know he's fine. Let's see. Hey, Dad. You again? Is that anyone to talk to you? Well, he clearly didn't want Shin, but like, is that any way to talk to your kid, man? I don't know. Like, once again, if I was Ando, I'd have so many questions. I'd literally have an infinite amount of questions. I'd be like, how did you get here? How did you find me? How did you know about, like, there'd be so many like questions and prerogatives running through my head that if I did have my kid alone and he's like here to ask me questions, I'd be like, all right, kid, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know, but like, how on earth did you get here? Specifically an Ando situation. Dad! You again. Oh. There's a C4 La Bamba in the engine bay down below. Right? I mean, it's the smartest place to put. Well, that sounds real bad. I know that sounds real dark. Hold on. But it is the best place to put it. Because what's in the engine room? Gas. What's real flammable? Gas. What happens if you detonate gas? Bigger gas. Bigger gas explosion. So it makes sense to have it in the engine bay, because it'll literally cause a chain reaction, just boom the whole ship. The only thing is though, and it's the big reason why I was so mad at Sakamoto last chapter, and people were getting on me for it. In that last chapter, I was like, Sakamoto should have at least tried to incapacitate Ando while he went and hunted down the bomb. Because obviously, I do get why Sakamoto didn't execute him immediately, because of the whole kill switch thing, but like, leaving Ando alone, and Ando's confidence in La Bamba in the engine bay that we now know, that implies that he knows a way to get off the ship before it fully detonates. Meaning that now he knows that you're here, Sakamoto. He could easily leave the boat on a lifeboat or anything, whatever his contingency plan is, because Ando is a very smart man, clearly. He could leave the boat on his contingency plan and then detonate the boat anyway, and then Sakamoto should die. I mean, he wouldn't, because Sakamoto. But like, still, and it's like the most foolproof plan out there, so I'm really shocked that Sakamoto just let that man run away. Let's see.
I planted another bomb on the ship. If I die, it explodes. You can't kill me. How did you?
So, okay, so interesting. So he dropped Shin off at the lab, but he had no idea what the lab was doing. Yeah, He's like, what the heck? Oh, how did you know that? So he doesn't know Shin's a psychic. Let's see. When I tell that assassin where La Bamba is, he'll disarm it in a heartbeat. Then he'll have nothing to protect you. Will he actually be able to disarm it? For some reason, at least in my opinion, bomb disarmament is not in Sakamoto's skill set. But then again, Shin is clearly buffing here. Let's see.
Huh. That you can threaten me, you little snot.
I don't have this exact dynamic with my dad, but I do. But I do have moments where I'm like, I'll try to like call him out or do something, and be like, who made who here? Who produced the other? Huh? Boy, remember where you came from. And I'm like, fine, father, fine. You're right. You produced me. I get it. I don't know. Admittedly, I would try. Who knows? Once I become a dad, maybe the spirit of all fathers in history will possess me, and like I have to. I already make dad jokes, so that's just non-negotiable. Maybe I will have to hit the because I'm your father. I made you. But I'm hoping I'll always be able to hit like a more logical argument with my kids. Like if they question me on something, I want to be able to like actually properly explain it to them and not just be like, "I'm your dad. Listen." But it is definitely funny, especially because my dad he'll pull that out when he knows he's lost. Like typically we'll have good intellectual debates, especially now that I'm a full-grown adult. But sometimes I'll just be like, "I made you." No silence. And I gotta be like, "Well, darn, you got me there." Let's see.
You think you can threaten me, you little snot?
Oh, actually, you know what though? Ando is smiling a bit here. I feel like he's even somewhat proud of Shin, even if he doesn't want to admit it. He is a little bit proud. Shut up! Your life is in my hands. I came here to decide whether or not you deserve to die. No, you didn't, Shin. Well, maybe now, but like at first, you were coming to see your daddy. And he tried to kill you. And he came to see your daddy again. And he honestly tried to kill you. And he was probably about to try and kill you a third time. But then again, once again, I get it. It's your dad. Woogie. Like, I honestly, like, I could definitely see myself, like, going this hard in the paint. I could see myself being this delusional. I've been way more delusional before. Infinitely more delusional. Let's see. Hey. Why'd you ditch me? He just wants a reason. He wants a and then, maybe he'd even leave Ando alone if he gets, like, one he's satisfied with. He's like, fine. I'll go away. I'm not taking your last name anyway. Or does Ando even have a last name? I'm not sure, because Shin Asakura is the scientist who raised Shin's last name. So like, I don't actually know. Let's see. ... Two sweat drops. Let's see.
You idiot. I didn't ditch you. I'll let you escape.
Escape from where? Escape from where?
At the time.
And somebody okay, the person who called it in the comment section a few weeks ago. Admittedly, I should have I wish I had hard called that. I had thought of it. I think maybe I could go back and double check the review. It was the Haruma versus Shin fight where Haruma notices, and obviously Shin has powers, and obviously, but then again, the weird thing is the orphanage kids don't really have powers. At least to some degree. I mean, Kumanomi has magnetism powers, but that's a device she wears. Uzuki has strange mental abilities, but once again, he's kind of weird. Gaku was just really physically strong, and Haruma likes sports. So, like, I didn't really think of it, because notably, Carolina Reaper and Club Jam both, who actually do have, like, real wholesale powers, I don't think they're actually from the orphanage. Tenkyu has that really weird eye thing. But, like, once again, outside of that, like, they don't really have powers, like, Shin genuinely has powers. But then again, if Shin got those powers in the lab and not at the orphanage, that's one thing. But yes, this, at least to me, this does wholeheartedly confirm what that person called. I think it was in last week's or week before's comment section, that Shin is flat out from the JA orphanage. He was supposed to be from Alkmaar. That's why Haruma recognized him. So that's interesting. Haruma must have a real good memory, because it seems like Shin was taken from there at a relatively young age, considering he was raised long enough in the lab that he considers the scientist that raised him fatherly enough that he took his last name. Let's see.
At the time, I was running the JA's orphanage. I didn't have time to raise my own kid, so I entrusted you there.
Of all the places, what?
Trusted you there.
The JA's orphanage? He looks so confused.
That was the front. In reality, it was a brutal place where they cultivated cultivated assassins. The goal was to raise top-notch killers. The training produced corpses left and right.
Ah, okay. Interesting though. Shin doesn't seem to have any memory of it though. He must have been taken out really young.
Should be grateful. you stayed there, you'd be dead for sure.
Who'd you pipe down? Where's your wife? Sorry. The both of those questions, those probably should have been backwards. Where's your wife and who'd you pipe down? Either way, it sounds bad. The who'd you pipe down part is going to sound bad no matter what order it comes in. But, really? What happened to his mother? Did she, once again, I'm assuming she just died in childbirth, and he's like real salty about that. Because like, why not raise your kid? I get you didn't have the time, but you could have hired somebody else. Like the only thing you could have done, or presumably how much money you made running the orphanage. In fact, it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, with how much money you made running the orphanage, the only thing you could think to do was leave your kid there. Kind of like hired a nanny. That's expensive for nannies in Japan, but like I feel like there's still more to this story. But like, we're only 6 pages in, so we should be good. I don't understand all that. I guess he didn't ditch me then. Ah, I knew it! My dad really does love me! You... Okay, well then, delusional, and he's what, like 12? So, like, I get it, but... If my father, after abandoning me from a super young age to the point where I barely remember the guy, told me that instead of raising me, or putting me in an environment where I could be raised safely, he left me in an orphanage made to cultivate assassins where bodies piled high. Children bodies, by the way. I don't think... Oh no! My dad really does love me! I don't think that'd be the first thing that comes to mind, but I guess Shin... I mean, I respect the hoping and coping, dog, but I think this is a little bit too much hoping and coping. Let's see. So that means... you saved me, right? He's like...
Save you. Saved you for later.
Let's see. You saved me, right?
Hard to say. Darn, he pulled out the whole splagicki. The splagooter. The slugger. The tosser. I was about to say something completely different. Let's see. Darn, he's up in it. But once again, I think, one, obviously Shin's gonna live this, so it's fine. But I still think he's got the, like, he ain't got the guts, bro. I don't believe you on. I still think there's more to the story. He killed your wife in childbirth, didn't he? Like, there's still too much vagueness about this. Let's see. The JA's after me for letting you escape. My life's a disaster now. Honestly, I regret it. I'm fed up. But now, I can purge that regret.
I don't believe you'll do it. You know what? I don't even believe he'll pull the trigger. Like, and you may be like, whoa, Pencil, aren't you underestimating Ando's game? No, I don't think so. Because he's refusing to do it himself. He could have done it like 3 times already. If he had the Splagicki on him at all times, he easily could have long range, boom, and then gotten Shin. I don't think you got the nerve. And obviously Shin's alive, so it clearly doesn't work out. Let's see. We're back in Bubble Land? Back in Bubble Land. Let's see. Darn it. I've been wailing on this dude for 3 minutes now. 3 minutes! Hold on a second. I think it's like 60 minutes. Like, the actual world record for, like, hold on. What is the world record for holding someone's breath? Some say people can hold their breath for 30 seconds, a few minutes at most. Alex Segura Vendrell of Spain, the most recent Guinness World Record holder, held his for an astonishing 24 minutes and 3 seconds while floating in a pool in Barcelona. So, like, it's not the craziest thing out there, but to be fair, that's what he was doing. He was just holding his breath. Sakamoto was taking a beating, presumably to the gut, getting consistently gut checked, considering he's like, his back is up against the wall. And not only did it look like he took minimal damage. Oh, did he lose his glasses? Did he lose his glasses or did he lose them previously? Oh no, darn it, you broke his glasses! But at the same time, he held it for 3 minutes. That's impressive. Like, I'm not gonna actually hold my breath because I don't want to do it. But like, I think the longest I've gotten is maybe like 30 seconds. Once again, the average is 30 seconds. So I'm not above average in that sense. But darn. Okay, Sakamoto. And then super lungs. Let's see. Then again, we saw him like blow through a pipe or like a piece of an organ, and like literally let out concussive force. So I guess it makes sense he could hold his breath for a while. Let's see. A splagooter. Dream on. Sorry, it keeps getting older. Let's see. Dream on. The water has 800 times the resistance of air. A splagooter shot's force and speed is way reduced. You can't hit me at this distance. Why don't you go back down there and take it from his hands? Okay, I get it. You may not want to get that close. But still, you were just wailing on him. Why don't you just go and take it? I wouldn't even risk it. What's he about to do? Is he about to enter... Sakamoto, you're ending autonomous ultra instinct! Well, let's see. Ooh, wrong thing. Ah! Okay, thank the heavens I'm recording the way I'm recording. Let's see. What on earth? That's absurd. Okay, that's actually really cool and creative, though. He actually... Oh, but you know, that's actually really impressive. He's maintaining, like, a super connected string of bubbles. Like, notably, I'm not sure about y'all, but, like, I've done that before. I love water. I love being in water. I love swimming. So, like, I do like to hold my breath in the water, admittedly. Especially when I'm not told not to. But with that being the case, whenever the bubbles come out, they're, like, separated by a decent margin. But no, Sakamoto looks like he's controlling his... Oh, wait. Ah, okay. It's not that. Well, maybe this is just a misdraw. I'm missing. Let me see. Does he have his glasses? Yeah, he has his glasses back. So maybe he just took them off mid beating and then put them back on here. Because now he has his glasses back in this panel. It looks like he has it for the rest of the chapter too. Let's see. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, but due to that, whenever I do blow bubbles from my nose or from my mouth, it typically all comes out as like individual bubbles, like all the air pockets there. But talking about, he's blubbing and blubbing and blugging and blugging. Plugging is such a weird word. But he's blowing them bubbles just right to the point where they create a continuous stream that he's able to launch through. Son of a! There's no there's no water resistance in the bubbles! Which is crazy. Let's see, Sakamoto, are you going for the... You should have gone for that. Let's see if he does it, though. Ooh, no, the shoulder. Okay, though, but they reacted pretty decently. They dodged. Of course, it's a good shot. And, like, characters in Sakamoto are pretty darn fast. But interesting, she still somewhat outmaneuvered it. And managed to only take a hit to the shoulder. I mean, a hit to the shoulder is still painful, but still not too bad. Oh, no. She may be cooked. She just dropped her weapon.
I underestimated him. Who'd have thought he'd sacrifice his last breath?
Honestly, the way he was blowing them bubbles, I don't even think it was his last. I think he had another solid 10-15 minutes in that bad boy. Let's see. Ooh, walking out. You know what's about to go down when the titular character is genuinely dripping with aura. Let's see.
What are you about to do?
Ooh, the blitz of Dawn. Suzuki Sensei, dog. Suzuki Sensei. Wait, no, Drago, come back. Sorry, I'm holding Drago. But Suzuki Sensei. There's no way this man Sakamoto is gonna beat them up a water slide. What if someone was coming down, Sakamoto? Did you dodge around? What? Okay, but that's mad metal. I hope in the 15 years when this gets animated, I hope it's like the cleanest sequence of going up the water slide. But you know, like, that is really impressive. Not only is it like a feat of sheer force, but it's actually really good directional skill for him to be able to hit in a circular motion like this. Ah! Okay. Sweet, that man, yo, he legit. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that I thought Sakamoto was running up, chasing them, and hitting them at each of these points? Is this just them bouncing off the inside of the waterfall? Not the waterfall, but the water slide from the first hit Sakamoto lands? Sweet mother, what did I say earlier about Sakamoto adjusting? He's not adjusting anymore. He's adjusting for slaughter. Golly. Ah! Let's see. Looking. Boom! Straight. Yo, the drop kick of doom is crazy. And he got his glasses back and everything. I respect it, though. If I could, there's so many things I'd love to do, but like I would never do because obviously public and I don't want to get hurt. But like I want to walk up an escalator, like a down escalator one day, and like go, walk down and up one. Wait, walk up a down escalator and walk down and up one. Or no, walk down and up escalator. Yep. And walk down and up one. Yeah. Just to see if I could like do it if I move quick enough. Because some escalators are pretty fast. But Sakamoto said, escalator. Why not water slide? But let's see. Boom. Yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once again, they're very... Oh, sweet mother mercy. But there's something extra disrespectful about getting grabbed by the neck. I mentioned this before, but I think there's something about like the neck being one of the most vital and sensitive and important parts of your body. Getting grabbed by it and straight manhandled is like one of the most devious and diabolical things you can ever do to another individual. Like more than grabbing their wrist, more than grabbing one of their like kicks at you. No, straight up just grabbing them by the neck and then beasting them so hard you break the waterfall. Not that I keep saying waterfall. The water slide. The disrespect is absurd. But let's see. Out the slide. Sakamoto, does he hit those? Is he about to wholesale Shido bicycle kick this woman into the ground? What? Backflip. Okay. That was a back. I think that was a straight up a whole backflip. I think he literally hit the... Boom! The forward drop of doom. straight down. What on earth, Sakamoto? What are they feeding you, dog? And once again, I still don't think this is his prime. We're gonna get stuff like this with Skinny Moto in the modern day, brother. It's gonna go crazy, but boom, slam straight down. I feel bad for anyone who wanted to do the water slide that day. Let's see. Huh? I love that face. Oh no, it's because he looks so chunky here. But darn.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Ando. Am I heavy?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He seems relatively strong. He's a full-grown man.
Ugh, get off of me.
He'll pay for this. I'll cream that guy.
There's a joke I could make. Do I make it? No. We won't. We won't. For safety's sake. We won't make that joke. Let's see.
He'll pay for this. I'll cream that guy all over his pretty little face.
I did it anyway. Let's see. Oh, Shin's like, man, my daddy really don't love me. Third time's the charm. So it finally kicked in. But that's the thing. I am wondering. Some of y'all actually did agree with me that you didn't really think Ando ended up dying here. So we'll see. We'll see. What happened to you?
Nothing. Just took a little dip.
Oh! And when the chapter starts with aura, it ends with aura. Ah! A W chapter. On the action front, obviously Sakamoto carries, but like, as much as I do love Sakamoto for its action, I am still very much a huge Sakamoto character writing glazer, Sakamoto characters in general glazer, so I'm very happy to finally get to see not only Shin's development here, where he finally acknowledges his father doesn't love him. Also, but then again, I still feel like there is some more complications to this. I think Shin's still not getting the full story, which is crazy considering how much information he's gotten so far from his dad. But also getting the hard confirmation that Shin was once at Alkmaar is nice, and it's also nice to confirm that Alkmaar and the lab that Shin was raised in were two completely separate places with completely different mentalities, and thusly we can hypothetically see more of people like Shin popping up later in the narrative, because while Alkmaar seemingly is destroyed and disbanded by the JAA, who knows what else is in it. So overall, a very, very W chapter. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave Splagooter. Now, if you don't know how to spell Splagooter, neither do I, but I think it goes something like SPLAGOOTR, Splagooter, in the comment section down below. I did thank you so much for watching. So leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do want to have a page down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. These are exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions, here are the series I have to review, and free variations of all my videos. And if you become a $25 patron or a $25 membership, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 means for a short video, 29 means for a long video, or any means at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier, XZ, G Prosper, Zeta, and Brandon Payne. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, and A+A. And then I'd like to give a huge thank you to our ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchiha, Yuki Ally, and Carlo Alaimo. Then I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patron, Waki Minoz, and iDemokami. Then I'd like to give a final legendary top of the line thank you to our That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, the glorious king, Calvin Elder.